Namaste and welcome to Vedic Astrology channel. And this is another live stream wherein we'll be talking about your question and answers. So first of all, please confirm if you're able to hear me properly. Audio and video is perfect. Please put that into the comment section. AV, audio, video. Are you able to hear me properly? Yes. Okay, great. And if you're not able to hear, just put that immediately into the comment section. Okay, that will help me. So yes, those who are watching it live, welcome to this Q&A session. We'll be discussing all your questions here. And those who are watching it as a replay, you can just check out the timestamps or just go through the live chats and you will get the questions. Okay, now let's get started with this. Okay, and if you like this content, please hit the like button, and if you want to support my channel, you can use the super chat. Okay, so let's get started. So Cancer ascendant, Ketu in the 4th house, Vishakha Nakshatra also in the 10th house, Rahu in Kritika, Venus in Bharani, and Jupiter and Mars in 9th house. Let me just check the Cancer ascendant. So let's make this as Cancer ascendant. So Cancer ascendant, Ketu in the 4th house, and Rahu in the 10th, and Venus in Bharani Nakshatra. Okay, and Jupiter and Mars in the... Okay, so for foreign settlement, the most important planet is the 4th house, 12th house, and Jupiter and Rahu. So whenever you are Cancer ascendant, the 4th lord becomes the Venus, and the lord of this 4th house goes into the Bharani Nakshatra. Okay, and Jupiter is ruling the 9th house. So more than Mars and Jupiter, the more important planet is Mercury. Okay, so check the Mercury where it is placed in, because that is going to be the 12th lord, and which is more important. Okay, yeah. For Leo ascendant, Capricorn moon, Venus in the 4th house in Anuradha, and Mars in the 7th house, then marriage life. I don't know, like whether you have moon in the Venus in the 4th house and Capricorn moon. For Leo ascendant, what happens is, usually I always say that these people get caught up into the habit of perfectionism. Okay, these people oftentimes get involved into they always want the perfect partner. They're always looking for a partner who is perfect, which does not exist. That's the case with Leo ascendant, because of rulership of Saturn in the 7th house, and more so, it is like Sun is ruling the 1st house, and which is the light, and Saturn is ruling the 7th house, which is the darkness. Okay, so their married life is always starts late, because they always tend to or look for a partner who is perfect, okay, and that does not exist. Okay, so this is how you look at the, what is next? Jupiter and Moon combination in the 9th house for Aries ascendant. Let's look at the Aries ascendant. Let's look at the Aries ascendant. Yes. With Aries, see, if you're looking for Aries ascendant, yeah, for Aries ascendant, Jupiter and Moon. So Jupiter is ruling the 9th house and the 12th house, and Moon is ruling the 4th house. Okay, so this is a very good combination because it conjuncts one Kendra and one trinal house. Okay, though it is ruling the 12th house, the Mool Trikon sign is ruling the 9th house. So it's a very good combination. Can take up as art as my profession. Okay, if you are, I always say that if you want to follow art as your profession, don't even look at the chart. Just follow your heart. Okay, I was just having a reading right now just before this call, and that's what I told them. That's what I told that person. Don't follow the chart, follow your heart. Okay, once you follow your heart, your chart will also take you there. Again, even if you face the challenges, you will be able to overcome it happily. Okay, so yeah, always remember this. Capricorn ascendant, yeah. Now I'm just going through the questions. Okay, and I may not be going through all the questions. I'll be I'll be I'll be again starting from the last question, because then the people who have commented last, they don't get the answers. That's what I've received as a feedback. Okay, so if you want to get the answers, just be patient. I'll read all of the queries and questions. Don't worry about it. Or you can just wait for a while. Now, the next question is, Happy Durga Puja to you and all. Myself, Scorpio ascendant, Scorpio moon. Let me just make it Ketu, Jupiter, Venus in the 9th house. Rahu, Ketu, Mercury. Kindly give insights on my upcoming. It's not possible to analyze dasha here because dasha is multifolded, and it's very difficult to analyze it here. But when it is the dasha of Venus, it's all about the relationships, okay, and wealth. And then you can check the ascendant and lordship, and you will have more insight about the Venus mantra. Namaste sir, Ketu in the 3rd house, Rohini Nakshatra for Pisces ascendant, Pisces rising. Kindly share your views. Kindly share your views, insights on this. Okay, so let me just. Whenever you have Ketu placed into the 3rd house, I have observed that these people don't really believe in astrology. They believe in their intelligence. They believe in their skills more than any other outside factor about their belief. Like, for them, believing becomes a really important part of their life. Okay, and when Ketu is in the third house in Rohini Nakshatra, and Venus and Moon conjunct into the fifth house, wherever you have Venus and Moon conjunct in your chart, you will be blessed about that house. You will be somewhat fortunate about that house in some way. Always remember. So Venus and Moon in the fifth house. Fifth house is the house of education. Fifth house is the house of your love and romance. Okay, so these are the houses you will feel blessed and fortunate about. Seashells. Hi sir, Leo ascendant, Saturn retrograde in Leo. When Saturn from Aquarius will aspect Natal Saturn, can that give troubles or what can we expect? See, for transits, when it is going through that and when aspecting the Natal Saturn, more than that, it is transiting through the seventh house, so you will experience the seventh house things. And for Leo ascendant, Saturn rules which houses? Let's check. Let me make this as Leo ascendant. So for Leo, Saturn rules the sixth and the seventh house. And right now Saturn is going through the Aquarius sign and it will aspect the natal Saturn, which is in the ascendant. So it will make you work on yourself, the first house, as well as on relationships, the seventh house. Okay, but again, the Leo ascendant have to work on their relationship a lot. Okay, I have observed that the Cancer ascendant, where the sign of Capricorn comes into the seventh house, and the Leo ascendant, where the Aquarius sign comes into the seventh sign, they have to work really hard on their relationship. It doesn't mean they have a bad relationship. It just get delays. It just delays their relationship. Okay. What is the mind of a moon conjunct Pluto in the 12th house, Jeshta for Mula ascendant like? To be frank, I don't have much knowledge, or you can say I don't have any knowledge on the planet Pluto. Okay, but when Moon is in the 12th house, your mind is in the 12th house things. What is the 12th house? 12th house is the house of spirituality. It's about the other realms, about the dreams, imagination. Okay, so these people are associated with always these people. You know, uh, these things keep on going on there. Does Mars in the first house gives leadership qualities in a person? In a way, yes, but not like a son or not like a king. Mars is a soldier and he's a commander in chief. He's like a senapati, right? So he gets the leadership of the soldiers. But in a way, when Mars, the energy, the planet of energy, comes into the house of personality, it makes you a person with ambition, energy, like will backed by energy, can be seen with Mars in the first house, and it is extremely enterprising energy. Hello, sir. Moon in Gandanta in Lagna of Magha Leo. How will this placement act? Okay. So again, whenever there is a Gandanta point, it is extremely karmic point. There are 3 points when the sign of water is changing into the fiery side. Okay, and depending upon the planet's nature, this entangling of this karmic knot can be experienced by that person. So for Moon, it is about the emotional ups and downs. It's solving the emotional vulnerabilities associated with the deep down fears or deep down insecurities about certain things will surface out, and that person have to work on that. Jupiter in the 10th, Venus in 5th, both are each other's house. Can you please tell me negative and positive effect and any prediction? It doesn't really, mm, it's not sufficient. But yes, when Venus and Jupiter are both gurus, okay, so Venus in the Purvashada nakshatra, which is dasha ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is not in the Venus ruled nakshatra, but is a moon ruled nakshatra. But again, anyways, these two are the two gurus of the celestial cabinet. Jupiter is the planet which is associated with Brihaspati and gods, and Venus is the guru of the asuras. Okay, so when Venus is in the fifth house is about your love and romance, is about the uh, things related to your heart. Okay, all these things can be seen with the Venus in the fifth house. Venus in the fifth house also gives you gains through the female friends, because it is aspecting directly to the 11th house of gains, right? And for Jupiter in the 10th house, Jupiter doesn't feel comfortable in the 10th house. Okay, no matter any planet which comes into the 10th house is good, but Jupiter, that person have to work on himself to get the best out of this Jupiter, because Jupiter in natural horoscope gets debilitated into the sign of Capricorn. Okay, and yeah, that's the reason this Jupiter is uncomfortable in the 10th house. Hello, sir. Sagittarius ascendant, Sun, Moon, Mercury in the third house, Venus in the fourth, Mars in the fifth, Saturn in the Rahu. I'm not able to visualize it. Sorry. Cancer ascendant, Jupiter retrograde in the sixth, Mercury, Venus in the 12th. What does planets aspecting each other? Yeah, when planets are aspecting each other, they put on their energy onto the other planet. Let's say Venus is aspecting the Mars. Okay, so what it does is if they are in mutual aspect, the Mars will energize this Venus. Okay, so this Venus, when it is in relationship, will get the energy or the passion of the Mars into the relationship, while Venus will give its compassion about its beauty to that Mars. Similarly, if Saturn is aspecting certain planet, it will put in some qualities of Saturn over that planet. Okay. Yes. So Rahu in Purva Bhadrapada in seventh house, Ketu in Purva Falguni in first house. Yeah, I'm not able to visualize this for some reason. Hi, sir. Capricorn ascendant. I have Moon in the 8th house, okay, in Leo, which Lord of the 7th house. And chalit chart, Moon is in the 7th house, Cancer ascendant. What would be the results? Again, always follow the chalit chart for the house placement. Saturn, Moon, Ketu in my 6th house for Libra ascendant. What is the impact? It's very good, okay? It will make your mind mechanical, because Saturn and Moon, when conjunct, it somewhat restricts your creative abilities. When Saturn is conjunct with Moon, now you have the planet of burden and restrictions over your mind. Okay, and when Ketu comes in here, it gives you high level of work ethics. When Saturn, the planet of karma, comes into the house of your routine, and now Ketu comes in and your mind is already placed in here. So it gives you high level of work ethics in your life. Okay, it also shows you need to be careful with respect to the the help you have in your household, or people working under you, your subordinates. Okay, they won't be of the same work ethics, high level of work ethics. Saturn retrograde in Pisces, yeah. Around my D1 chart, ninth house, Venus, Uttarashada, Nakshatra, Pada 1, yes. Yeah, I think we discussed this in class. Gemini ascendant, Saturn in the first house, and Gemini, Saturn in the first house, Jupiter in the second, Mars. Let me just make this as Gemini ascendant. Okay, so for Gemini ascendant, you have Saturn in the first house in Gemini, Jupiter in the second house, exalted, Mars third house, Mercury retro in the fourth, Venus fifth, Ketu sixth, Moon eighth. It's not possible to look at all the planetary alignments. Just can you tell me a couple of alignments and then we can discuss about it. Hello, sir. Sagittarius, I think we did this. Sagittarius ascendant, Sun in the first in D9, Saturn with Moon in the seventh house, Venus Mahadasha started in 2008. Okay, what's happening in D1? D9 chart, Libra ascendant, Saturn in the 11th house. I want to know about my network and financial status. Check the D1. Friend's Kitchen, don't share the birth details here, sir. It won't help you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Seychelles. Ram, sir. Mars in the sixth house for Libra. Okay, in Pisces. Sun, Rahu in the fourth. Okay. For Libra, fourth house is 7, 8, 9, 10, Capricorn. Jupiter Mahadasha going on. So 12th Lord and the third Lord. Okay, got loan in Rahu Mahadasha. Jupiter transit. This transit won't trigger this event. To repayment of loan, you have to see the sixth house, sixth lord, and aspect of second lord, and how they are associated with it. Okay, so Jupiter is aspecting onto the second house. The exalted Jupiter is also aspecting the sixth house. So yeah, this can bring in the repayment of debt. Mars in Capricorn, conjunct Ketu in fourth house, Libra and Saturn in the third house. How is it for the mother? I think I told you, right, about your mother. You need to take care of your mother's health. Hello, Yogesh Joshi. Thanks for joining this live session. Nimi and seventh lord, Mars in ninth lord, Mercury for Libra ascendant. Let's make this as Libra ascendant. But seventh lord Mars in the ninth house, seventh lord Mars in the ninth house in Gemini, okay, and ninth lord Mercury in the seventh house with Sun in Libra for Libra ascendant. Okay, what about this? Sir, how and which many planets get activated when in one planet dasha? Yeah. See, each planet has a age, has a period, has a dasha, and has a lordship. Okay, we're not getting into the nakshatra level, but at least you should follow up till the lordship level of planets. Okay, so yeah, so based on this, it gets activated during that period of dasha and antardasha. Ketu with Jupiter in the 7th house, Aquarius sign. Yeah. Kamya Parashar. Moon in the 1st house in Aquarius. Does this makes a person emotional and caring? Let me just block this. Okay, if you're putting the message more than once, I'm going to block you. Okay, that's the only way I can see the messages. Okay. Okay, so yes, this was this live session. We have almost completed all the questions. Okay, and we don't have any more questions, so we are stopping here. Sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. If you still have any question, just check out the comment section, post that, and I'll reply to your questions. Namaste.